friendship together. And so the basic unit of L'Arche is a home where people with disabilities, we call core members, live together with a group of assistants who do care providing and build friendships with the people with disabilities. And then I'm supposed to say how it got started. That's right, you asked me that.
Tim, how L'Arche got started?
In 1964, Jean Vanier, a French-Canadian, was deeply moved to the bottom of his heart by the suffering of people with disabilities. And so, with his compassion, he decided to welcome two people, Philippe and Raphael, to live in a home with him. So he invited them to move in a house.
What did John learn?
Jean learned two essential insights in this. The first was that Raphael and Philippe didn't want his help, they wanted his friendship. And the second essential insight was that he was being transformed in building this relationship with them. In fact, there was a lyric that we heard earlier, she's the one you forgot to love. It made me think of this point, because in our society for a long time, people with disabilities were the ones we forgot to love. And Jean, in building the relationship with these people and learning to love them, discovered that there were parts of himself that he had forgotten to love. And so it became a place where he could discover his brokenness and love that, and essentially his own belovedness. And so it's a beautiful place of mutual transformation.
Tim, let's see. What happened next?
Well, so people started catching wind about what was going on in this place called Trolley, France, and they came to visit. And what they discovered was there's this beautiful community where people just seemed to be really happy, and it was peaceful. And they wanted a part of it. They wanted to stay, but they couldn't. They had to go home. So what they do, they brought it home with them. And so L'Arche began to spread all over the world, first to the UK and Canada and India. And then 50 years later, we've got L'Arche communities in 45 countries around the world.
Tim, here's a L'Arche question. How does L'Arche Atlanta fix it? All over L'Arche.
Yes. So L'Arche Atlanta, we've been around for about a year now. We just opened our first home in August. And so we are going to celebrate our 1-year anniversary on September 14th. So mark your calendars. We're going to have a big event at the house, and everyone is invited. It's going to be a big shindig.
And I'd like to introduce the house coordinator, Jesse Bridges. Sarah. Terry. And Patrick. So Tim, are you doing any fundraising for
Well, you're very direct of you, buddy. We are working close partnership with the state of Georgia. 40% of our annual budget's covered through the Medicaid waiver program, and we do fundraise the rest. And so we like to build relationships with people who love L'Arche and want to bless it and speak well of it and champion the cause. And so if you've been touched by anything you've heard and want to ask any questions, John and I should be around to answer some questions, and I think anyone else who's here would also be willing to talk.
So that's how L'Arche Atlanta is, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have any questions about L'Arche, Tim and me will be in the back with Jess and Sarah and Tim and Patrick. And if you want to make a donation to be one of the donors, you can. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.